Have you ever considered the role universities play in tackling human rights issues? Universities are not just centers of academic excellence or hubs for innovative research. They are also powerhouses of social change, and Columbia University in New York City is a prime example of this. In 1978, the university made a bold move. It established the Institute for the Study of Human Rights, the first academic center of its kind in the world. It wasn't just about making a statement. It was about taking a stand for justice, for dignity, for the rights of every individual across the globe. An initiative like this was more than just a symbolic gesture. It was a commitment to a cause, a pledge to uphold the principles of human rights. And the university didn't stop there. It took its commitment a step further by integrating human rights education into its curriculum. The Institute's mission is threefold: research, education, and training. It delves into the complexities of human rights issues, unpicking the threads of historical, political, and social contexts. Through its extensive research, the Institute seeks to understand the root causes of these issues and to explore potential solutions. In the realm of education, Columbia University has developed a wide range of programs and courses. These courses are designed to equip future leaders, policymakers, and advocates with the knowledge and skills they need to defend and promote human rights. As for training, the Institute offers workshops, seminars, and internships. These opportunities provide practical experience in the field of human rights, bridging the gap between academic theory and real-world application. Columbia University's commitment to human rights is ongoing. It's a commitment that extends beyond the campus, beyond the city, even beyond the country. It's a commitment that reaches out to the world, influencing policies, shaping mindsets, and driving change. Columbia University sets the stage, but they're not the only academic powerhouse stepping up. At the heart of human rights advocacy, we find Harvard University. A prestigious institution that has been a pillar of academic excellence for centuries, Harvard recognizes the importance of human rights in today's world. Their dedication to this cause is evident in the creation of the Harvard Law School's Human Rights Program, a global leader in the field of human rights education and research. The Human Rights Program at Harvard is not a standalone effort. It's woven into the fabric of the university's varied disciplines, reflecting a comprehensive, interdisciplinary approach to human rights. From law to sociology, from economics to philosophy, Harvard's curriculum encourages students to explore human rights issues from multiple angles, fostering a deep understanding of these complex challenges. Harvard's commitment to human rights doesn't stop at education. The university is also a staunch advocate of human rights law. Through their Human Rights Program, they provide students with opportunities to apply their knowledge in practical settings. Whether it's contributing to human rights policy debates, researching abuses, or engaging in advocacy, Harvard students are active participants in the fight for human rights. But what truly sets Harvard apart is the significant impact of its alumni in the field of human rights. Harvard has been the academic home of countless influential human rights advocates. These alumni have gone on to lead international organizations, serve in government, and take up the mantle of activism, using their Harvard education to effect meaningful change. Take, for instance, Samantha Power, a Harvard alumna and former United States ambassador to the United Nations. Power, known for her unwavering commitment to human rights, has used her voice and influence to advocate for those who can't. She's just one example of the many Harvard alumni who have taken their education beyond the university's walls, championing human rights on the global stage. Harvard University, a beacon of human rights education, has fostered a generation of advocates. Its commitment to integrating human rights into all aspects of its curriculum, its dedication to the practical application of human rights law, and its influential alumni all serve as a testament to Harvard's significant contribution to the fight for human rights. Moving to the West Coast, Stanford University takes a unique approach. At the heart of Silicon Valley, Stanford University is well positioned to intertwine technology and human rights in a way that reshapes the landscape of advocacy. The Stanford Human Rights Center, a beacon of innovation, is leading the charge in this new frontier. Stanford Human Rights Center is not just a place for theoretical discussions, it's a space where the concepts of human rights are brought to life through the lens of technology. They understand that in this digital age, technology is not just a tool, but a powerful force that can either uphold or undermine human rights. One of the center's key initiatives is leveraging technology to document human rights abuses. This is a game changer. In the past, documenting such abuses would require physical presence, a challenging task in conflict zones or under repressive regimes. But with the advent of technology, the situation has changed dramatically. Drones, satellites, and even social media have opened new avenues for collecting evidence of human rights violations. Stanford is also nurturing the next generation of human rights advocates. Their curriculum doesn't just teach students about the history and philosophy of human rights. It also equips them with the technical skills they need to use technology effectively in their advocacy work. From learning how to analyze satellite images to understanding how to preserve digital evidence, Stanford is preparing its students for a new reality. In addition, Stanford is fostering a spirit of collaboration. They are reaching out to tech companies, NGOs, and other stakeholders, creating a network of allies in the fight for human rights. They understand that no institution can tackle the enormity of global human rights issues alone. Stanford University, with its innovative approach, is not just contributing to the fight for human rights, it's redefining it. They are harnessing the power of technology, equipping advocates with new tools, and fostering collaborations that span across sectors. Stanford University, intertwining technology and human rights, is reshaping the landscape of advocacy. Back on the East Coast, Yale University shows unrelenting commitment to human rights. Nestled in the heart of Yale Law School, the Shell Center for International Human Rights stands as a beacon of hope for those who are oppressed and marginalized. The center is a testament to Yale's steadfast dedication to human rights, and it is here that the pursuit of justice takes on a global dimension. The Shell Center focuses on international human rights law and policy. It's not just about studying the law, it's about understanding how it can be used as a tool to safeguard human dignity and promote equality. The center explores the various facets of human rights, from the rights of refugees and immigrants to issues of gender and racial equality and beyond. But the commitment of Yale University doesn't stop at academic pursuits. The university is actively engaged in human rights litigation, standing up for those who need it the most. The Shell Center has played a pivotal role in numerous important human rights cases, bringing justice to the forefront and challenging the status quo. It's the university's belief that every individual, regardless of their background or circumstance, deserves to live a life free from oppression and injustice. And through their work, they strive to make this belief a reality. They are not just imparting knowledge, they are shaping future human rights advocates, equipping them with the skills and understanding they need to make a real difference in the world. Yale's commitment to human rights is not a passive one. It's active, it's engaged, it's relentless. It's a commitment that transcends borders and breaks down barriers. It's a commitment that acknowledges the struggles of the past, but refuses to be defined by them. It's a commitment that looks towards a future where human rights are not just a concept, but a reality for all. Yale University, through its unwavering commitment, has left an indelible mark on human rights litigation. This commitment is not just about making a statement, it's about making a difference. And that is what Yale University continues to do day in and day out. From Columbia to Yale, universities have taken up the mantle of human rights advocacy. They have become the epicenters of knowledge, debate, and action, shaping the understanding and application of human rights worldwide. In a myriad of ways, they contribute to the fight for justice and equality, leaving an indelible mark on their students and society at large. Education is the cornerstone of their contribution. Universities provide a platform for the exploration of human rights, fostering critical thinking and encouraging students to question the status quo. They offer courses, seminars, and workshops on human rights, creating an environment where students can engage with these issues, understand their complexities, and develop solutions. These institutions are producing the next generation of human rights advocates, equipped with the knowledge and passion to make a difference. Research is another significant way universities contribute. They are the cradle of groundbreaking studies, exploring the depths of human rights issues and bringing new perspectives to light. Faculty members and students alike delve into these issues, producing research that informs policy decisions, enlightens the public, and sparks conversations on a global scale. Litigation, too, plays a crucial role. Universities often have legal clinics, where students and faculty work on real-life cases, advocating for those whose rights have been violated. They provide legal support, challenge unjust laws, and contribute to the development of human rights jurisprudence. Moreover, universities are leveraging technology to advance human rights. They are creating digital tools to document human rights abuses, developing algorithms to analyze patterns of violations, and using social media to raise awareness and mobilize action. In their unique positions, universities exert a profound influence on their students and the wider society. They inspire, provoke, and challenge, shaping the discourse on human rights and pushing for change. Universities, in their unique positions, have the power to shape the future of human rights advocacy. The question is, how will they wield this power? Have you ever pondered over the role that universities play in political disputes, particularly those as complex and enduring as the Gaza disputes? Universities, traditionally perceived as citadels of learning and knowledge, are often seen as neutral grounds. However, these institutions play a pivotal role in shaping political landscapes across the globe. Universities contribute to political discourse in a multitude of ways. They are, essentially, the breeding grounds for future leaders, policymakers, and influencers who will eventually shape our world. Now let's consider the Gaza disputes, a conflict that has been ongoing for decades. This conflict, entangled in a web of intricate political, religious, and territorial issues, has seen the involvement of universities in ways that many might not fully comprehend. Universities have not only been a platform for debate and discussion around these disputes, but have also served as a catalyst for political activism. Universities in and around the region have been at the forefront of the Gaza dispute, playing a significant role in shaping public opinion and influencing policy decisions. Their involvement has ranged from hosting influential speakers, organizing rallies, conducting research, and even at times being the settings for protests and demonstrations. Moreover, the influence of universities extends beyond the local region. Universities worldwide have been instrumental in raising awareness about the Gaza disputes. Academic research, student activism, and public forums hosted by these institutions have brought international attention to the crisis, influencing global discourse and policy. But it's not just about the universities acting as political platforms. They also bear the brunt of the conflict. The impact of the Gaza disputes on the universities and their students in the region is profound, affecting academic freedom, institutional autonomy, and the overall quality of education. As we delve into the history of the Gaza disputes, we will begin to uncover the intricate role that universities have played in this conflict. To understand the role of universities, we must first comprehend the inception of the Gaza disputes. The Gaza disputes, a complex and multifaceted conflict, have their roots in the early 20th century. The cradle of the conflict was the land of Palestine, a region of the Middle East that has been inhabited by diverse cultures and religions for millennia. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Zionist movement, a Jewish nationalist movement, began to advocate for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. This was a response to the widespread anti-Semitism that Jews faced across Europe. However, the land was already home to a majority Arab population, setting the stage for a territorial dispute. Over the course of the 20th century, this dispute escalated into a full-fledged conflict, with the establishment of Israel in 1948 marking a significant turning point. The Arab-Israeli war that followed resulted in Israel gaining control of vast tracts of land, including the Gaza Strip. In the decades that followed, the Gaza Strip has been a hotbed of tension and conflict, with Israel and the Palestinian group Hamas, which governs the region, at odds. Key issues include the status of refugees, borders, security, water rights, control of Jerusalem, and Israeli settlements in the West Bank. These disputes have been marked by periods of intense violence, interspersed with attempts at peace. At the heart of the Gaza disputes is a struggle for identity, land, and self-determination. It's a story of two peoples who both see the same piece of land as their rightful home. It's a narrative of political maneuvering and power struggles, both within the region and on the international stage. With this context in mind, we can now explore the involvement of universities in these disputes. Universities, as centers of knowledge and influence, have always played significant roles in political disputes. The Gaza disputes are no exception. Universities have always been a hotbed for political discourse and activism, and this is particularly true for the disputes surrounding Gaza. In fact, universities often serve as platforms for political dialogue, fostering intellectual debates and discussions around the complex issues at hand. For instance, universities across the world have played host to numerous debates, lectures, and seminars focused on the Gaza disputes. These events, often spearheaded by student organizations or academic departments, bring together scholars, activists, diplomats, and students to dissect the intricacies of the conflict, explore potential solutions, and share their perspectives. However, universities' involvement in the Gaza disputes extends beyond just dialogue. They have also been targets in the conflict. The academic institutions in Gaza have faced the brunt of military attacks, leading to the destruction of infrastructure, disruption of education, and tragically loss of lives. These incidents underscore the harsh realities of the conflict and the deep impact it has on the educational landscape. Moreover, the universities in other parts of the world haven't been immune to the ripple effects of the Gaza disputes. They have witnessed protests, sit-ins, and even clashes among student groups with differing views on the issue. These instances highlight how the Gaza disputes have permeated the walls of the academe, influencing the campus climate and shaping student activism. Furthermore, universities have contributed to the discourse around the Gaza disputes through research and scholarship. Academic papers, journal articles, and dissertations centered around the Gaza disputes have offered critical insights, shedding light on the historical, political, and social dimensions of the conflict. In essence, universities, with their intellectual prowess and influence, have been deeply intertwined with the Gaza disputes. They have served as platforms for dialogue, been targets in the conflict, and contributed to the understanding of the issue through academic scholarship. Now that we understand the role of universities in the Gaza disputes, let us move on to a seemingly unrelated topic, the influence of the Taurus bull. You might be wondering, what does the Taurus bull have to do with the Gaza disputes and universities' role in them? Let's take a journey back in time, to ancient cultures where the Taurus bull was revered as a powerful symbol of strength and resilience. This powerful creature was not just an animal, but a symbol of unyielding determination and an emblem of indomitable spirit. It was an icon that inspired communities to persevere through the toughest of times. Just like the bull plows through the field, undeterred by the hardship it faces, the universities in the midst of the Gaza disputes have taken on a similar role. They've become beacons of resilience, pushing through the difficulties, nurturing minds, and fostering hope amidst chaos. The Taurus bull, in the context of the Gaza disputes, symbolizes these universities' dogged pursuit of education and knowledge. Despite the tumultuous environment, these institutions continue to charge ahead, much like the bull, providing education, encouraging dialogue, and promoting peace. The influence of the Taurus bull is also seen in the way these universities approach conflict resolution. Just as the bull is known for its stubbornness, these institutions too refuse to back down from their pursuit of peace and understanding. They stand firm in their commitment to foster a culture of dialogue and mutual respect, even in the face of adversity. The Taurus bull's influence extends beyond the universities to the students themselves. These young minds embody the spirit of the bull, showing resilience and determination in their pursuit of education amidst conflict. They are the living testament to the enduring influence of the Taurus bull, pushing forward in their quest for knowledge and peace, despite the odds stacked against them. So, when we think of the Taurus bull and its influence on the Gaza disputes and the role of universities, we see a symbol of resilience and determination. We see institutions and individuals embodying the spirit of the bull, standing firm in the face of adversity and pressing on with their mission. The influence of the Taurus bull on the Gaza disputes and universities' involvement is more profound than one might initially believe. We've traversed the complex landscape of the Gaza disputes, from its inception to the role of universities and the influence of the Taurus bull. It's been a journey through time and ideas, revealing the intricate tapestry of events and influences that shape our world. We started with the inception of the Gaza disputes, a complex issue with deep historical roots and a multitude of contributing factors. We examined the intricate dynamics of the region, the geopolitical tensions, and the impact of international alliances such as the strengthening ties between Israel and Greece. Then we dove into the role of universities, those bastions of learning and research, and their involvement in these disputes. Universities are not just centers of education, but also platforms for advocacy and activism. They play a pivotal role, not only in fostering informed dialogue and debate about the Gaza disputes, but also in shaping public opinion and policy direction. We also explored the influence of the Taurus bull, a symbol of determination and resilience. The Taurus bull, in its relentless pursuit of goals, embodies the spirit needed to navigate these complex issues. It serves as a metaphor, reminding us of the grit, tenacity, and unwavering resolve required to understand and engage with these disputes. As we journeyed through these topics, we saw how these elements intertwine, creating a complex web of influences that shape the narrative around the Gaza disputes. Understanding this narrative is not a simple task. It requires delving into the depths of history, politics, and societal influences. As we conclude, remember that understanding these complex issues requires a willingness to explore beyond the surface, much like the Taurus bull, always ready to charge headfirst into the unknown. What happens when the world of academia collides with international disputes? Let's journey back to October 7th, 2023. We find ourselves in the midst of a heated Israel-Gaza dispute, a conflict that has been a tinderbox of tensions for decades. But this time it's different. The conflict isn't confined to the borders of the Middle East. It spills over, infiltrating a space of intellectual pursuit and youthful idealism, the college campuses of America. In particular, Columbia University becomes a microcosm of this global conflict. The echo of the Hamas's attacks on Israel reverberates through the hallowed halls of this Ivy League institution. The campus is no longer just a place of learning. It becomes a battleground of ideologies, a platform for protest, a center for debate. Student organizations rise, their voices loud and clear, taking stands that reverberate far beyond the university's confines. But how did Columbia University get embroiled in this international conflict? Let's delve deeper into this intriguing chapter of history in the next scene. It all started with student organizations voicing their stance. A ripple effect was set in motion at Columbia University as student organizations began to issue statements blaming Israel for the violence in the Israel-Hamas war. This was not a decision made lightly, nor was it without consequence. 3 law students, leaders within these organizations, found themselves at the heart of controversy as their job offers from the esteemed law firm Davis Polk and Wardwell were rescinded. Their involvement in these organizations, their outspokenness, and their stance on the conflict were in direct opposition to the firm's values. These students found themselves caught in the crossfire of a conflict that was worlds away yet so close to home. But the story doesn't end there. The campus became a hotbed of activism, with pro-Palestinian protests gathering momentum. Their demands were clear. They wanted Columbia University to divest from companies profiting from Israeli actions in Gaza. They believed that their university should not indirectly contribute to the suffering of people in Gaza. The intensity of these protests escalated to a point where more than 100 protesters were arrested. Among them was the daughter of US Repa Ilhan Omar. The university warned the protesters of suspension if they did not disperse. But the threat of disciplinary actions did not deter them. Instead, it fueled their determination. The protests were not without controversy. The mayor, Eric Adams, supported the removal of the protesters, emphasizing the importance of upholding university policies, while simultaneously respecting free speech rights. The protesters regrouped after the arrests, defiantly calling for amnesty for disciplined students. This was not a simple case of student activism. It was a testament to the global reach of the Israel-Gaza conflict and how it had seeped into academic institutions thousands of miles away. The Columbia University campus became a microcosm of the larger conflict, with students taking a stand and paying the price for their convictions. This was just the beginning of Columbia University's deepening involvement. Despite the consequences, the voices of protest did not quiet down. A wave of resistance, led by students, began to surge across American college campuses. The echoes of their chants, the strength of their solidarity, were all in response to the Israeli strikes on Gaza. The epicenter of this student-led rebellion, Columbia University. The campus was transformed into a living, breathing encampment, a testament to the pro-Palestinian movement that had taken root. The air was charged with the spirit of resistance, the demand for justice, and the cry for universities to divest from companies profiting from the Israeli occupation. Yet, this battle for change was not without its consequences. The university corridors became a battleground, not just for ideals, but for the students themselves. The response from authorities was swift and uncompromising. Arrests were made, suspensions handed out, but the spirit of the protests remained undeterred. The university, once a haven for learning and growth, was now marred by conflict. The discussions in classrooms and cafeterias shifted from academic theories to debates on campus safety, freedom of expression, and anti-Semitism. The question of where to draw the line between free speech and hate speech became a topic of heated discussion. The situation was further complicated by the diverse perspectives and experiences of the students involved. Some saw the encampments as a necessary stand against injustice, while others viewed it as a disruption of their academic lives. The tension was palpable, the divide apparent. Yet, amidst the turmoil, one thing was clear. The students of Columbia University were no longer just spectators in the global fight for human rights. They had become active participants, their campus a stage for the world to witness their struggle. The Columbia University campus had become a hotbed for passionate debates and protests. So, what does this all mean for Columbia University, its students, and the broader conversation about human rights? In the thick of this, we've seen how an academic institution like Columbia University has become a ground zero for debates on international disputes. Its active involvement in the Israel-Gaza dispute has not only stirred conversations about academic freedom, but also thrown light on the role universities can play in such contentious issues. This narrative has shown us how universities are not just places of learning, but can also be platforms for raising awareness about global issues. Columbia University's decision to stand against human rights violations in Gaza has rippled through academia, prompting other institutions to question their roles in such matters. The experiences of the students at Columbia University have also been a focal point in this narrative. These students, who voiced their opinions on a highly sensitive matter, faced repercussions that extended beyond the university's walls, affecting their future prospects. This has sparked a critical debate on the rights of students to express their views on contentious issues. However, this situation has also brought to light the potential backlash students may face for their activism. The rescinding of job offers and calls for the disclosure of students' names involved in these organizations have raised concerns about the freedom of speech and the potential for retaliation. Despite these challenges, the students at Columbia University have remained steadfast in their activism, highlighting the power of student-led movements in shaping dialogues on international issues. In the end, the discourse surrounding Columbia University's involvement in the Israel-Gaza dispute underscores the intersection of academia, activism, and international politics. It's a testament to the evolving role of universities and the power of student voices in shaping global conversations. As the world watches on, one thing remains certain. The voice of Columbia University and its students will continue to play a significant role in these ongoing debates.
Have you ever pondered over the seemingly endless Israel-Gaza disputes and wondered if there's a resolution in sight? This complex issue, steeped in history and politics, has been a part of our global narrative for decades. It's a labyrinth of conflicting perspectives, with each turn revealing a new layer of complexity. Yet, despite the challenges, the pursuit of a resolution remains a beacon of hope. The quest for peace in this region is a difficult yet necessary journey. So, what could be the potential resolutions to the Israel-Gaza disputes? A myriad of solutions have been proposed over the years, each with its own merits and challenges. The two-state solution is one such proposition, envisioning independent Israeli and Palestinian states coexisting side by side in peace. This solution seeks to address the national aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians, though it is fraught with hurdles such as border demarcation and security concerns. On the other end of the spectrum, we find the one-state solution, which proposes a single democratic state where both Israelis and Palestinians live together as equal citizens. This solution, while offering equality on paper, faces the challenge of reconciling deep-rooted historical grievances and cultural differences. But the resolution of this dispute is not solely the responsibility of the parties involved. There's a crucial role for the global community to play. Powerful nations with their diplomatic influence can significantly facilitate peace talks, pushing for dialogue over conflict. International cooperation is vital in ensuring that these negotiations are fair, impartial, and focused on achieving lasting peace. As we consider these potential solutions, it's important to think critically about their viability and potential impact on the region. We must remember that any resolution will require mutual understanding, respect for human rights, and a steadfast commitment to peace. The key to resolving this conflict lies in mutual understanding, respect for human rights, and a commitment to peace. What role can institutions like Columbia University play in this resolution? In the pursuit of peace, higher education institutions like Columbia University hold a unique and powerful position. Their primary role is to foster knowledge and understanding, and this can be extended to the realm of conflict resolution. By conducting rigorous research, they can uncover the roots of the disputes and suggest viable solutions. Think tanks, too, can contribute significantly. Their in-depth studies and policy recommendations can guide decision-makers towards more informed and effective choices. Non-governmental organizations, with their on-the-ground presence, offer a crucial perspective. They can provide platforms for peaceful dialogues, promoting an exchange of ideas that respect and consider all viewpoints. These entities also play a pivotal role in fostering understanding among diverse groups. By educating and raising awareness, they can help break down barriers of prejudice and misconception. The road to peace may be long and arduous, but with the collective efforts of all, a resolution is certainly not out of reach. To encapsulate our discussion, we've explored the complexities of the Israel-Gaza disputes and the potential resolutions that could lead to a peaceful outcome. Institutions like Columbia University and similar entities can play a crucial role in this process, providing platforms for dialogue, research, and education. They can help foster understanding and promote peaceful coexistence. It's a challenging path, but not an impossible one. Remember, every step towards understanding and peace is a step in the right direction.